YouTube, battle community, Rascals fans, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens. We are here today to talk about the 50th anniversary reissue of Groovin by the Young Rascals. I've already done this review the actual album, a while ago. But I finally got my hands on this thing after a long time of searching for it. I found it on sale at one of my local shops, and I was like, perfect, I have to grab it. So, this is the 50th anniversary mono version on limited edition green vinyl as part of Rhino's Summer of Love. So in 2017, they put out a bunch of albums that were big hits in the 60s. Like anything from Aretha Franklin, Dusty Springfield, the Nuggets box set had like an addition to it, if you will. The Grateful Dead, the Beau Brummels, the Monkees, the Association, and they also put out a retrospective kind of collection of the era themselves. So they really did a great job with the packaging and everything else of these records. Did an awesome job. This one, like I said, is the mono version of it, which is great because I don't think I've ever had the mono version or heard it before. And one thing that I really liked about it, which I had no idea, if I can get it out, was that it comes with a poster. And I guess the original ones came with a poster. I've never seen this before because I guess people hung it up. But you got these glamour shots of the guys. So very, very cool. We got Eddie and Dino and Felix and Gene there. Yeah, if this is something from the original record, I've never seen it before. So I'm not going to hang it up, but I'll keep it safely in the record there. Now let me show you what this thing looks like because they did just a bang-up job with this thing. It looks fantastic. I mean, this clear green vinyl. Let me see if I can hold it to the light better. It's more of a like a mixture of evergreen and lime green, if you will. The video isn't doing it justice. It looks kind of dull in the video, but I just noticed on the record on the dead wax it says mastered by Capitol. That's interesting, huh? But there you go. Here's what it looks like. So, my biggest takeaway from this was I have never heard this album so clean before on a record. You know, every copy I've ever found of this record has always been well loved, put it that way. It's been played a million times because it's one of their best albums. I mean, it's just loaded with hits on this thing. And it's just a well-loved record. So, finding an original in good shape is kind of hard. At least for me, it's been hard to find anyway. But especially finding one in mono, I've come across the stereo 100 times. But what I was trying to do was find if this thing was remastered at all, or if it's just the original mono track and mono mix, and they just kind of slapped it onto a new piece of vinyl and put it out. That could be how it was. But it's nice to see things like 2017 in the back, as well as 1967. So cool mixture to see. It's just nice to see an album like this reissued these days, because I really feel like so much of the 60s stuff is so dependent upon the big bands, the Stones, the Beatles, the Who, and granted, those are some of my favorite bands, but seeing these albums get reintroduced to the world is great. So when you see stuff by the Mamas and the Papas, or Aretha Franklin, or Dusty Springfield, or the Lovin' Spoonful, the Monkees, the Association, I can go on and on, seeing those albums repressed to vinyl for people to hear for the first time makes my day, because those groups helped build the 60s as well. It wasn't just the Beatles and the Stones and the Who, it was a lot of other bands. Again, not knocking those groups, but, you know, more later. This came out July 11th, 2017, and playing this thing was so fun. Again, this isn't going to be a track-by-track review because I've done that already, but the clarity on this thing sounds like the group is in the room with you, which I absolutely love. The drums on this have such a nice, clean, clear snap to them, really crisp detail. The vocals are just so articulate. It sounds like the guys are singing right to you next to your head. The clarity, I can't get over the clarity. It's like Groovin sounds phenomenal. I just cannot believe how clear it sounds. And A Place in the Sun sounds totally fantastic. Eddie's voice on that track just shines. It really sounds like the whole album got a bath. It just sounds like someone put it outside, put the hose on it, and said, all right, you're clean. The bass guitar is so much more prominent on this thing. I'm actually hearing a lot of bass, which is really cool. But, you know, the mixture on this thing gives this album a whole new lease on life for me. So having already loved this album for years, hearing it like this was kind of like hearing it for the first time. Because for the first time, I was able to hear all this background stuff, or I was able to hear like one of the guys take a breath here and there. Um, the bongo work is so clear. Like I said, the bass guitar was so much more sharper. It was just a really fun listen to be like, wow, I didn't notice that before. I didn't notice that before. It was kind of like that Sgt. Pepper reissue from a couple of years ago. It just blew my mind. Here's the back cover. Great shot of the guys. Am I upside down? Yeah. This long track listing there. But I mean, this thing's got classics on it. You got A Girl Like You. You got How Can I Be Sure? Groovin, You Better Run. It's Love. I mean, you Find Somebody. I mean, this album is just hands down, up and down, a knockout. Easily one of the best things they ever did. But that's it. Just a real quick, short video to kind of talk about this thing. I'm not, like I said, not doing track by track because I've done that already. But if you have heard this album a million times, pick this up because it'll be like hearing it for the first time all over again. I really enjoyed it. I think you will too. And thank you to the team at Rhino for putting this music out and keeping this stuff alive, because it's really important to keep this stuff out there. Because so much good music from the 60s I feel like it's being forgotten about. And groups like the Rascals should not be forgotten about because they were just as important as the Beatles, the Beach Boys, the Stones, you name it. Just as important and made some of the best stuff. I mean, when you put this on, you hear A Girl Like You, you hear How Can I Be Sure, you hear You Better Run. I mean, the excitement, the youthful enthusiasm, the detail in their voices, the passion with which they played and sang, it just screams through the vinyl and through your speakers. And I absolutely love it. So that's it. The Rascals, Groovin, 50th anniversary on Rhino. It's out there now. You can still buy them. I know they're still limited, but you can still find them. And that's it. Tell me what you guys think if you've heard this, if you've picked this up already. Really curious to hear your thoughts. So for me, 9 out of 10, hands down, all day long. Love it. Also, the jacket, I should mention the actual, the jacket of this thing. They did the old school heavy cardboard. So it's really, it feels like an actual record. So I absolutely love that. So Groovin, the Young Rascals. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Giggens. Giving this thing an 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10? Let's just give it a 9. I love this thing. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.